Hey everyone, it is Wednesday, April 15th, and it's time for another quick update. This week on Quick Updates, radio ads in Vancouver, ARPA Canada speakers, and the webinar lineup for the coming days. So I've had my experience of the first quarantine haircut this week. Not the worst you've seen, right? From the way my loving wife was reacting as she was cutting it, I was pretty sure she had gone and cut my head clean off. There's a few dents in my skull, but it'll be fine, hopefully, in 4 to 6 weeks. I hear Ed had a pretty similar experience with his foray into the murky and alarming world of the quarantine haircut. You'll see his results in just a minute. Just so you know, the board shorts that he's wearing with a clashing pattern are a trick to keep you from looking too closely at his head. All right, enough about that. Now, Matt from the Langley chapter joins us now to talk about a radio ad that was launched in the BC Lower Mainland.
Hello and thanks, Colin. So I want to talk about an initiative that started back in 2018 when our local health authority decided to try to force all hospice care facilities that are publicly funded to provide suicide services. At that time, we put together a town hall meeting, which was very well attended, and we raised some money to do a radio ad to campaign against this initiative by our local healthcare authority. Fast forward to February of this year, and the federal government has introduced legislation now to expand assisted suicide, and we've decided to use the funds raised at that time to run a radio ad actually this past week, directing people to ARPA Canada's Care Not Kill website to combat this. So we did that on our local CKNW 980 radio station. Hopefully some of you guys heard it. Otherwise, we'll find a way to get you a link so you can listen to it. And also go ahead and email your MP, check out the website carenotkill.ca, and take action there. Thanks, Colin.
The following is a message from the Langley Association for Reformed Political Action.
Today and always, Canadians need to be unified in protecting life. The federal government has proposed to expand assisted suicide. This may encourage a culture of neglect for the most vulnerable among us. Canadians should prevent suicide and promote life-affirming care for all, for our families, friends, and neighbors. Go to carenotkill.ca to learn more and to take action.
Paid for by the Langley Association for Reformed Political Action.
Now, over to the webinars. Tonight, Mike and Levi take on Soji 123 at 8 p.m. Eastern, and they do it again on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Then tomorrow, Ed takes on the topic of We Are Family at 2 p.m. Eastern. You can go to arpacanada.ca/webinars to register for those. We're still working on our lineup for next week, but here's what Ed will be tackling on Tuesday and Thursday next week.
Oh, hey, Colin. I'm just prepping for a webinar on God and government. Looking forward to it. We're going to talk about dinosaurs and swords and law and order and justice. In short, a scriptural perspective on the role of government. Looking forward to it. See you then. Back to you, Colin.
Thanks so much, Ed. Again, you can go to arpacanada.ca/webinars for more on that, and we will release our schedule for next week very soon. Now, Andre has another webinar he would like to bring to your attention that's coming up on Friday.
So thanks, Colin. I wanted to let our viewers know about a webinar, an upcoming webinar on Friday, April 17th, hosted by our friends over at the Christian Legal Fellowship. The webinar is on our forgotten fundamental freedoms. Our fundamental freedoms are in Section 2 of the Charter, and on Friday, it's actually Charter Day. Friday, April 17th, marks the anniversary of the Charter being signed into law and becoming part of our Constitution, the highest law in our land. And so this academic panel is going to be talking about our fundamental freedoms: freedom of religion, freedom of conscience, freedom of expression in the media, freedom of assembly, and freedom of association. And they're going to talk about what those freedoms mean for us, and they're also going to talk about forgotten elements of it. Why is it that sometimes lawyers and judges and legislators and police officers and even many of us as Canadians forget about certain parts of our fundamental freedoms? So check it out. You can register for the webinar at the link below this video. Thanks. Back to you, Colin.
Thanks so much, Andre. That's all for this week. Thanks to you for watching Quick Updates. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.